Okay, so welcome. This is the race time. So that means no hints, no spoilers, no suggestions, no any of that other jazz. I know it's not race day, but you know, I'm expecting that everyone will be great and behave themselves in a way that is reflective of our community and how amazing you all are, because I know you guys are amazing. So we start with boots. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, I just got the hiccups. Nope, don't do it. Hang on. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Sanctuary. So, Saku Racing League. Normally. We start off with boots. We need 7 crystals to defeat Ganon. Ganon is in the pyramid, and we have to unlock him via finding 7 crystals and defeating Aghanim at the top of Ganon's castle, not Aga Tower. Hopefully, we don't have to do Aga Tower. So I typically tend to do that one first, and then we're gonna go up here. We're gonna kill a cactus so that we can get ourselves some stuff from the tree here. It's a big old pile of nothing. Ooh, but we get some monies. Oh my god, this hoarder is not... Okay, fine. You know what? We'll just deal with the hoarder in the Lost Woods instead. $20. So we don't care about Aghanim. Wow, the first soccer racing league that I'm not in is a guaranteed, well, not a guaranteed. Is a potentially non-Agaseed. Wow, what garbage. But maybe we'll get a bow. The only actual item Aga Tower unlocks is lumberjack item. So, funny enough, Rain, how it could work though is there are specific circumstances. Saku said kill a cactus, I did. There are specific circumstances where you could end up having to kill Aga for items. So for instance, if there's an item on the pyramid that is like the moon pearl or something, that would be something that Aga would an item that Aga would lock. If there was no other way to get to it, the other situation that could have Aga holding an item is if Hammer is in Pyramid Fairy. Because you have to take the bomb through the portal. And you have to take the bomb through the portal over to the Pyramid Fairy to get there. Because you don't have the hammer to unlock the bridge. It's pretty gross, but it has been known to happen. Nice, that's where our boots would have been. The 20 rupee, when it looks like that, that is because we have the boots shuffled into the item pool. Nice, bombs. That's 4 item checks locked behind Aga Tower, yeah. But that's, the other 2 are only rare situations, so... Like, logically... Really, you're only finding the tree stump. Dark World access is the major factor. So we have 1 sword, which is pretty decent. I do in fact need to go back over here now that I have bombs, though. Oh, I went way too high. I need to go back over here now that I have bombs so that I can bomb the wall open. Do 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 do. Well, heck. Yeah, the bigger thing that Aghanim normally unlocks is Dark World access. What the heck was that? I got stopped by the bottle vendor? You link Twitch with Discord. Perfect! So now, what you're gonna do, Ansem, is you're going to go and make sure once you're in the Discord that you you go to there's a channels and roles, I think is, ooh, wow. There's a channel and role tab at the top of the screen. You're gonna make sure that you give yourself the Rando Racer role. So we have ourselves the flute to start, which is actually a really nice thing to get right off the bat. Okay, so we're gonna go over to the library. Hopefully get something good. We do need a lot of money still if we need to go to King Zora. And we don't know what we need to beat the game. Oh, health though. If that was just a piece of heart, I would be like, eh. But having a full heart container here is pretty nice. So... we'll do it. I was like, do I? And then I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't really have anything for a stun prize. And with Fighter Sword, sometimes things can be a little gross. It's hard to get out of the multi-world mindset, if that makes sense. Like, I was just playing an async multi-world, and I'm feeling that, oh, I need to check everything kind of draw, which is still kind of like pretty normal at the beginning of a Saku Racing League seed. Oh, hookshot. Well, man, now I regret picking up the boomerang. Imagine being in Saku Racing League and somebody else sends you the hammer. That would be incredible. Man, you know what would be super fun? A multi-world race. What the heck is going on? You know what? Yeah. Actually, enemies that are immune to hookshot but not boomerang? Yep. They are, in fact, a thing. I think, I know there are a lot of enemies that are immune to boomerang but are weak to hookshot as well. Multi-world race. Every seed is an egg, a pet seed. No, 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 no. No. Gotta be stronger than a boomerang. Ooh, 300 bucks. Perfect. We have exactly how much we need for King Zora. So, fun fact. We normally would go over to the left side where Agina is. However, we got the book, we have the boots, we have a whole lot of stuff, and if we find the fire rod or the lamp here, we're gonna basically be able to clear that dungeon. So, hopefully, get back here. Oh my god, I'm literally just missing, except for that. Okay, you know what? Fine. You got blue mail. Hammer. There we go. Saku gets fed up with the warps. Didn't see the start? Yes, we're doing, this is a race, so this is not something that, that I'm able to get hints or suggestions on. So, please keep that in mind, because, yeah. If I'm getting suggestions on where to go and what to do, then that could be considered an unfair advantage and everything also. Thankfully, I can't do the back of escape right now because I don't have gloves, but, yeah. Well, heck. Everyone starts at the same time. Make sure that you get a racetime.gg account. It's literally just, you log into it, then you log in with your Twitch. Because that's what we race on. So we have the flippers. Ether. Yeah, blue mail is not strictly required, but it definitely is nice. It's one of those nice to have things. And it makes me pretty, so... Well, what was it? Now I need to mark that down. So, we don't know if we need what we need for dungeons or any of that other jazz. But, we may need to keep in mind the fact that there's a medallion over here. Because depending upon when we get the mirror, we may need it for one of these dungeons. So, into this area we go, and thankfully we have the flippers, so we don't need to worry about, like, you know, crawling on land to make sure we don't get hit by any of these Zoras. Wow, we got a ton of Zora money. $20 there, so that's not really necessary, so we're gonna skip out on that. The cool thing is that if you're in the grass, like this grass up here, you're faster when you're running, because if you're in the water, you're tiny, tiny bit slower, unless you're water walking, which is a whole different thing. Interesting. Alright, blue potion. So, I guess we can do a whole bunch of stuff on Death Mountain. I still really want to get a fire source before I go to desert. Is there a command for that actually? I'm gonna get slapped in the face. We're gonna do dark, old man here. Sorry, I'm focused on not dying to the fact that there's a giant pit in the middle. Yeah, as for the multi-worlds, yeah, once the game is generated, you have to wait for the next one if you're wanting to participate in async. Also, make sure if you're interested in joining the async that you make sure that you read the rules for it. Because there's, you know, there's stuff that you need to expect before going in. let's go to the top. We're gonna see what's in the Spectacle Rock. We're still looking, like I said, for a fire source. I should honestly check. So Tower of Hera is green pendant. Everything else is a crystal. Wow, absolute garbage up here. I don't have the mirror. That was close. That was actually really close. Used to having the items from the multi-world. Excuse you? Whoop. Sweet. Alright, mark down. Power of Hera's green pendant. Everything else is crystal. So if we get the bow, we can do Eastern. If we get a fire source, we can do Desert Palace. And then we get 2 crystals right off the bat. Oh yeah, we also needed gloves for Desert Palace. Well, well, well. Well, now we need Moon Pearl for Dark World access, so... Well, I guess this boomerang's kind of handy, so we don't have to use bombs. Red mail. That was early. Lots of money. This seed is loaded. Ice rod. Okay. Yeah, I haven't used this Sprite for like forever. I genuinely don't know what the positioning is for him. That's why, like, honestly, that's why I like duck rando, like where flute rando, I don't even know what it's called. When you're able to change the duck drop-off locations in Brando is pretty great. Yeah, I'm pretty happy that I found Ice Rod. Ice Rod can be one of the trolliest items. Good find. Agreed. Alright, heart piece on there. Can you get off my face? So we did get the book, but we can't, in fact, read... Like, we can read the tablet, but we can't get the item because we don't have the Master Sword. We have to have Master Sword or higher. So we can read it, just couch cash. So that's actually good information. We do not need the Ether tablet. We'll just dip in here real fast. It is a pendant, but if we get a fire source or if this is a small key, heck, then... Can you get off my face, please? Yo, have a good night, Scar. Thank you so much for your help. Alright, item number 1. So there's 2 items inside Tower of Hera. This is also green pendant. So we could also go to Sahasrahla at the same time. And we can beat this dungeon as long as the small key or like a junk thing like map or compass is in the basement. So cross our fingers and hope that we get the second item along the way so that we don't have to worry about going into the basement. Because I really don't like dipping independent dungeons, but I'm feeling confident. Yuck. Bombs in Ganon's tower, so we got the hook shot, so we can wait for that thing to go by. Hook shot here, yuck. Okay, well, we are running out of things that can be in the basement. Can you get off my face, please? This mold arm! Go away! Hopefully we get 2 items from this boss, and then we'll be fine. 1 item and then green pendant. 1. We need to hit him 3 times with the hammer. 2. 3. Come on. Last item, not compass. Yes! Master Sword, green pendant, let's go. That's actually going to be a really big deal because if a lot of people skipped that, I'm going to be at an advantage for, what, like boss damage. Mini Moldorm just wanted a hug. Listen, it can go upstairs where Mommy Moldorm is. They can get a hug there. $50. Well, well, well. Not super amazing. Give those, yep. Give those are immune to hookshot. I stopped my dash way too early. Darn. So none of these places that I can go are able to be completed, which kind of sucks really bad. So we're gonna go over to Eastern. With all the killing. If Link ever... Well, Link already has a wanted sign. Art Green Paradox. In the vanilla game, some of the signs around the world, they actually, ah, darn. Some of the signs around the world actually say that Link's wanted. Wow. This was some garbage. They even have a cute little text box drawing of Link's head. Yep. Heck. The sign is for a crime he didn't commit? Yeah, but he's already wanted. $46. No, it wasn't even 46 rupees. Oh wait, yeah, cause I got 5 rupees from Sahashala directly. Yeah, you're right. 46. 20, 21, and 5. So we got 1 item for Eastern. I would really like the bow, to be honest. Big key. Crystal clear on... Wanted for kidnapping Zelda. Bet she disagrees. Her thoughts are crystal clear on it. You'd almost say, yeah. Crystal, I cannot type. Nah, I know what you're saying. Oh, goodness. Alright, again, we're going up. Grabbing this, walking to the door, walking down, throwing to the right. Stunning this guy, killing him, grabbing the health, and... grabbing absolute trash! So, that's our... wow. Yo, thank you so much for the follow! So we will hit the switch, go through the door. Whoa, you got in my way. Well, some prize is, oh, I'm not in the right spot. Here we go. Professional. I was about to say, excuse me. Why am I not going through the door? Oh, please. No, what? That wasn't what I wanted. Well, we got Tempered Sword now, I guess, if we can beat the boss in... I really don't want to go to Hyrule Castle. I should probably go to the back of Escape, and I should go maybe to the front. I really don't want to go to Desert Palace without going into the, at least the back of Escape, where there's 3 items here. Alright, let's cross our fingers and hope we get the lamp here. Actually, I'd rather have Fire Rod, not the lamp. Small key, that's kind of gross. Oh, yuck. Okay. Let's go to Desert Palace, I guess. Watch me go into the front of Hyrule Castle and there be the lamp, and instead of going to Desert Palace, it wants me to go to stinky, what is it called? Agate Tower? For Dark World access? We just need the Moon Pearl. Hello? Okay, so that's garbage, so we don't care about that. There is a chest in here, which could potentially give me fire access or the Moon Pearl. Honestly, I just want to be able to beat a crystal dungeon. Okay, Bombos technically lights things on fire, but also doesn't light torches on fire, which is what we need. Fire. It's a fire source for Ice Palace, which doesn't help me right now. So, yeah, the only thing I can't do in here is kill the boss. So hopefully, we can get ourselves some pretty nice stuff. Agina. Yeah, Agina's kind of mean. Whoa. What is the chance of literally doing that? Why can't you kill the... Yeah, I can't kill the boss because I don't have a fire source. Honestly, that's what I'm looking for right now. I want to be able to feel like I've made progress, if that makes sense, which I haven't been able to do. Cool. At the moment. So, if we don't get anything here, like, we still haven't found either item for this dungeon, but if we don't get anything here, then that means we have to go to the front of Hyrule Castle. So, there's item number 1, bombs near Haunted Grove. I'm assuming bombs near Haunted Grove means Cave 45. So the last item is on the boss. That means whatever we need is in the front of Hyrule Castle. I don't even know why I bothered. I'm literally like in red mail, going into Hyrule Castle with a tempered sword. If I can't survive, then I've got bigger problems. Also, my voice is being dumb. Probably to do with my allergies, because my allergies today have been butts. But yeah. All dressed up, nowhere to go. Heck. Well, there's Moon Pearl. The good news is that's Dark World access. We'd at least don't have. I was worried that if we found Lamp, that we would have to do Agate to get to Dark World, to get the Moon Pearl. But thankfully, we found it right away. So we're still missing map for Hyrule Castle, I believe. Yeah. Yo, have a good night, Harperlink. Which means if we don't find the map in the next chest, then it's in sewers. Here's progression. I jinxed this last run. Last location of the spot. Wasn't sure you checked before I came to watch. Oh no. I've definitely had situations where I've last locationed something. What the heck is going on? We have Butter Sword in the first, like, 15 minutes of the game. Level 4 sword, basically, like, before we've been to Dark World. We've not been to Dark World yet. Oh. You know, this is the second time I've done that today. And I even did that in A Link Between Worlds yesterday. That's butter and red mail before Bo. I mean, that's okay, because Bo can sometimes be pretty terrible. Turtle Rock again, red crystal. Ice Palace, red crystal. Ice Palace, not only red crystal, it's vanilla. I think, Skullwoods. No, Swamp Palace is number 2. You know, I don't really... That's fine. We'll go back to Skullwoods. I need Mirror Shield. No, thank you. No shields necessary. How was MT, by the way? Got ourselves some help. Yep, it is full clearable, but I've got stuff to do on the outside beforehand. Also, that, careful, because that could be considered like a suggestion if I forgot about it or something like that. I know that it's like unlikely I'd forget about it, but I'm always like super cautious with, I'm always super cautious, with stuff because I don't want somebody to think that like I'm trying to get like an unfair advantage. Always better to be too careful? Yeah. I never want to be in a situation where it's like I already have some weird enough situations where it's like, man, I guess a lot of items. I have not played Tears of the Kingdom, or I've played very little of it. My goal is finish the mooter that I got going on and this week, and then get back to Tears of the Kingdom after that. Yeah, thank you, Alpha Breck. Thank you so much for hanging out. So we got a whole bunch of dungeon items at the beginning. Only one item. There's 4 items in this dungeon. Like 4 key, quote-unquote key potential items. How do I describe that? 4 non-dungeon related items that can be in this dungeon. So we got 1 of them. But unfortunately we got the map, the compass, and the big key in the beginning, which means that everything is in the back half of this dungeon now. Okay, if you guess the items because you're in the race. I know. My lips are so dry. Alright, item number 2. So we're opening up the floor because we need to get the maiden into the light so that we see her true form. Okay. Get out of here. So we don't have a small key. If the small key is not in this room right down here at the bottom, small keys literally can't be on the boss because of how key logic works in the game. Because you can potentially soft lock yourself if you use the keys in a bad way, if a key ever spawned on the boss. There we go. Key is in the big chest. So small key is in the big chest. So we're going to completely ignore that. And we're going to go straight to the boss. Thought I see small key on the boss before? Only if it's a key sanity. And not for this dungeon. It literally cannot be on this boss. Because if it was, let's say you use the small key to open the door and never went upstairs. Let's say you never went upstairs. I've not been paying attention because I'm explaining. Right? Like, so let's say you never went upstairs and opened the door upstairs. And you use the small key somewhere else that you would have needed to go upstairs. If the small key was on blind, right, and you use the small key somewhere else instead of being able to kill blind, how would you ever get that small key? Yeah. Red Veil versus Blind seems unfair somehow. Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. Well, I don't think I need any more money, so we're just gonna leave. Never shovel dash out of shovel game. You will potentially, and by potentially I mean guaranteed, you're guaranteed to heck yourself. We don't have the mirror, so we can't do anything there. Like, we can't do K45, but we can do, okay, well. I lied. We do have the mirror, so we can, in fact, do K45. The game locks up? Nah, you just stuck there in a shovel animation that you can't get out of unless you have the shovel. Okay, I already knew that was what there. We literally got a hint for that earlier. Basically, the only, you get stuck in the dig animation, but because you don't have a shovel to get out of it, you're just stuck digging. I think you can technically undo it if you have the shovel, maybe, but I've never tried. Been following for years, still doesn't know how she does that. Honestly, it's quite spectacular. Another bottle. Alright. Literally nothing good. Does what? Not guess the item, but just say something and the item appears. What a strange coincidence. Today's your 6-year anniversary following Saku. Yo, that's amazing. 6 years. Oh my god. That's fantastic. Alright, so let me take a look and see what items we have versus what we need. The Eastern Palace needs a bow, Desert Palace needs a fire source. Skull Woods needs a fire source. Yeah, you know what, while we're here, we might as well go over to Dark Palace. Oh my god, I called it Dark Palace. I've been playing way too much A Link Between Worlds. Honestly, my VTuber avatar, all the outfits that I have for it are based off of community stuff. The fact that, oh, I have flippers though. The fact that the community has been like saying things like, oh, Saku's a vampire, so we made a vampire outfit for the model. We have the witch outfit because of, you know, the fact that situations like that. For a very long time back at the beginning when I first started playing A Link to the Past, I constantly got those she's a witch things. And so we used to have a witch emote in the chat for a long time, but I wasn't, it didn't match the rest of my emotes, and so I never really kept it. Ignore the fish stun? What do you mean fish stun? Are you talking about the pickles? Oh, the cucumber zap? Yeah. Yeah, Gold Sword's the only one that does. You can stun them, and they won't do it. They won't zap you. You don't need to have Gold Sword. I just don't. I think you have to use a boomerang that I don't remember. Okay, so ideally we're looking for a small key here. Glitch pot, yep. It's because I hit the thing at the same time as the sound for the chest spawned, and I also spawned the sound at the same time, and yeah, things are weird. Honestly, that's not the proper explanation, but it's the only one I can give right now. If you want, you can ask about it in the Discord, but in the A Link to the Past Discord, but be prepared, somebody's gonna get mad at you for asking. Probably. Moon Pearl's in the castle. Why am I here? I literally don't have the bow. Wait, what? No small keys? Not a single small key? How's the race seat going? Yeah, okay. Small key. We got this. Okay, cool. Race seed's going fabulous. Can you damage me? Thank you. I've got tricks up my sleeve. Oh my god. Wait, did I open this? Yeah, I did. Lock the camera again. Heck. Oh my god, what is this? This mimic. How does this trick work? Basically, I'm unlocking the camera by never going all the way. The camera is like in a state where it's moving when you're going across the room. And so by using a potion at the same time, I'm stopping it from locking while it's going. Yeah, camera setter, unlock the camera. Yeah, thank you. Well, we have some small keys again. This has got to be a small key. I'm pretty sure, but I'm going to grab it anyways. Cameras have to be moving as you drink? Yes. And you have to not go all the way to the left. Correct. Once you go all the way to the left, the camera locks back in place. So, so even if you move, it's not even, you can't go all the way to the left. You can't even go, like you can't even go one frame to the left in the doorway. Like once you go into the door frame, you have to be holding as right as possible when you get to the door frame, because if you even so much as sneeze the wrong way, you're going to end up relocking the camera. When you get all the way to the end, you have to be holding that right side as much as you can. Otherwise, yeah, you're just gonna end up relocking the camera. Heart. Oh, sync heart. Okay. Wow. Okay. Cool. That's all of the Palace of Darkness keys. So, because we have 3 small keys and we've used them everywhere else we possibly can, this has to be not a small key, but most likely a dungeon item. Ooh, instead it could be Titan's Mitts. Oh my god, potion glitch for that, wow, okay. I'm quite happy with myself for this. So the problem is we're not good. Sorry, I need to focus for a second because I'm doing dark rooms. Yeah, to be fair, that was pretty expected. You can never do this room in the dark? I have some pretty cool handy guides if you would like to try. It's easier than it looks once you memorize the pattern. Yeah, I figured that was gonna be the case. Yo, Koi, thank you so much for the raid. How you doing? And the resub. How's the Koi stream? What kind of seed did you do today? Can we get a shout out, please? Thank you so much for the raid. Hopefully it was nice. Saku's guys should come up quickly. Yeah, it's pretty true. There's been a few people recently that I've run across that have been like, hey, I accidentally ran across your guide and I didn't know it was yours. So I need a fire source. Honestly, pretty nicely. I could just go this way. Okay. I would like to go and start doing crystal dungeons. Which sucks because I've got a lot of dungeons I can do that are disgusting to do right now. Yeah, have a good night, waifu. Crisscross. Ooh. Oh, I'm so bad at crisscross. To be fair, any kind of entrance shuffle I'm bad at. That's like my one weakness. Can we give me a fire source, please? I need to know what the entrance requirement is for Turtle Rock. Because it is no. We have a 66% chance of getting access to it. We can't all have what we want. Are you sure? Are you sure? So here's what I can do right now. I can do Swamp Palace. I can do Ice Palace. I can potentially get into Misery Mire, but I can't finish it. Depending upon what the medallion is. I can potentially get into Turtle Rock, but I can't do anything but read the hint. So I'm missing the Cane of Samaria. Bombos. Well, we might as well read the hint tile while we're here. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining in on the raid. I am today we're doing some backlog because I was away last week, and so this is last week's Soccer Racing League seed. Flute requires a bomb. Thanks. Yo, Lighthawk, how's it going? Gotta love Link to the Past. Yep, no hint logic. So hints can just be as useless as ever. Wow. What a great hookshot cave we have here. right? Our green paradox. No progression at all. To be fair, like, we are missing quite a bit of dungeon stuff. We should probably go into... I really don't want to go into Ice Palace, so I'd like to go into Swamp Palace, but also at the same time, I don't want to finish the whole thing. But I really need to stop just clearing overworld junk, because I end up running into a situation where I'm regularly behind because I just keep grabbing everything in the world instead of going and just doing the dungeons. Like, I've done all of Eastern as I can. I've done all of Desert as I can. I've done all of Pod as I can. I can't go and finish. Wait, Swamp is a pendant. Oh god, this is not even worth it. We should go to Ice Palace. I do like roasted peanuts. But mostly, like, I have to say, like, I like almonds more than peanuts. Or cashews more than either of them, to be honest. Darn, I was really hoping that that would give me health. Oh well. No biggie. So, Bombo's Medallion for Ice Palace. We'll unlock it just like Fire Rod. Man, all that extra time I wasted by not coming in here and going to Swamp Park containers in Swamp Palace. Well, one of the 5 items in Swamp Palace is garbage. Fun fact. You know what is also great? A pistachio. They're good, but you can't have too many of them, or like the salt is like incredibly rough. I don't know if it's the salt, but there's definitely something in a pistachio that's like just hex with me. You don't like cashews? Are you allergic? There's definitely somebody I know that's allergic to cashews. You're allergic? Okay, yeah. I thought so, but I wasn't 100% sure, and I didn't want to assume that I was remembering because I have a really bad memory. You know, there's one thing that I have to say about having a terrible memory, is it's so great being able to experience the same thing over and over and over again without, like, any kind of... Okay. Without any kind of problems, if that makes sense. Like, some cash requires a green pendant. Well... Like, I can basically forget... I can almost experience the game a second time for the first time. Or more. Because I just forget about it. There was, like... Oh, God. Yeah, I messed up. There was this one, we were talking about this in Discord, but there was this one, announcement trailer that I reacted to multiple times. Can we not? What is today? What is going on today? There was a release announcement that I had reacted to multiple times for the first time. There we go. Because I forgot that it had been announced. And so there were so many comments about, I mentioned how my favorite thing about the announcement was the fact that that game was announced or whatever else saw. And they're like, yeah, everybody in the comments were like, yeah, but this game was already announced. I had somebody who was like allergic to something in a like nut mix of some kind, a friend or something, and I just remember every time I hear that somebody's allergic to some sort of nut, I think back to this friend of mine who's like, oh, well, that's okay that you're allergic. I'll just eat I'll just eat those out of there and then you don't have to eat them. Like, I'll just eat the cashews. For instance, it would be like, I'll eat the cashews out of the tin, so that you don't have to eat them. You can just have the rest of them. I'm like, no, that's not how that works. Really? Harmful? Only works with extremely mild allergies, yeah? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god. Hey, Saku, you got a fruit cup? Don't worry, I picked out all the pineapple and orange for you. Yeah, exactly. You know what I should have done? I should have gone to Skullwoods. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that I got half magic, I should have gone to Skullwoods, because you know, the more often than not, I've found fire rod or some junk inside of Skullwoods early on. Our container requires a bomb. Learning the ending? What? Hello? History class? Can you imagine going to school? No, you know what? Yeah. Yo, thank you so much for the follow. Can you imagine going to school, taking like the generic basic school stuff and still not knowing your typical like basic things? It's less about forgetting and more about like just not listening. Item number 2 inside of Ice Palace. Oh god. Can we please get something good? I really don't want to have wasted my whole time doing this. I mean, like, it would be different if it was... see, I would say it would be different. Digimaster, thank you so much for the Prime 35 months! A late notification, I still appreciate it. But, like, I think that you have to also think about the fact, like, if people are in a different country, then it's possible, right? But, like, in the US, they're pretty heavily interested in their military conquers, let's just say. Like, it's a source of pride for some people. So it would be hard to not know about it. Oh my god. And now you got this? Oh. Sometimes it can take a bit for things to refresh. What are you trying to say about America? Nothing that you don't already know. Salute. I don't know what I just got. Probably junk. It'd be kind of like how Canadian not knowing how maple syrup is made. I think that there's a lot of things in Canada that aren't necessarily taught like that. I don't really know that I ever specifically learned that in school. Like, I learned about the different trees and everything else, but depending upon what you took as your major in high school, that's gross. You might not have been taught that specifically. Nope, still nothing. I'm definitely concerned because I have a whole lot of yuck. Honestly, I should go to Skullwoods. I keep saying that and then I don't do it. But I was like, oh, well, maybe I can go over here and see what the medallion is for Mithramire and hope to God that it's Quake. Well, it's not Quake. That's big sad. I had like Butter Sword early and everything, and I felt really confident in how things were going, and now I'm kind of like, this is not good. Like, I think it's also dependent upon your region. Like, there's a lot of stuff in regards to, like farming that was taught here. But that's because, like, the region here didn't have, or does have a lot of farming. Like, we're in the prairies, so it's flat land as long as the eye can see, or as far as the eye can see. No, I don't think so. Kiddo? I think streaming full-time in general was mostly, how do I describe it? Streaming in general had a oh my god, hell, can I speak? Hello, there are English words in here somewhere. Streaming full-time in general, did a lot of things to my daily and whatever life, but most of it was in regards to social life. A lot of giving up on things. Most of the dilemma for streaming full time comes from the fact that you basically don't have a social life anymore. And people don't understand, how do I say this nicely? A lot of people don't understand that when you're streaming as a full-time job, that it is your full-time job, and typically will still expect you to, even if you're working, to do things. Like, if I had a family gathering on a weekend or something like that, originally when I first started, if I had a family gathering that would require me to go very far away or something, I think the biggest thing was that I was expected to work around them instead of them working around me. We appreciate your sacrifice. It was and I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about that. Like, when you're streaming full time, there's definitely social sacrifices that you're making, and not like I said, not a lot of people talk about it, but there are things that you have to give up. And a lot of people won't understand because they're like, well, it's just streaming. It's not a real job. God, the amount of times that I heard it's not a real job is so high. So Saku, when are you gonna, you know, try to get a real job instead of Twitch? Yo, there's my fire rod. It was so high. Hey, Pyro. Gatekeepers. We don't have one to begin with. We finally have a fire source, so we can go do Desert Palace and Skullwoods. Oh yes, the real job argument. I know what you're saying, Blastoise. As for parasocial relationships are, I would say, less about fan and streamer relationship and more about people believing that the streamer is their best friend. Like, the person you see on stream is not necessarily the person, like, I wouldn't say that they're acting, but VTubers do. Like, a lot of VTubers do act like a different way on stream than they do in person. But it's kind of a situation where you believe you're the best friend of the person or a friend with the person on stream, or that you know them on a different level. But it's not the case, right? I'm gonna get hit by that. Yep. I have to be into your customer's order to get tips. Yeah. So I don't talk with streaming outside my streamer friends. Yeah. No. Okay, there we go. I'm sure you like your followers chatter. There's some obligation for you to interact no matter what. I mean, I enjoy hanging out with people in general, but like, everybody in this chat isn't my best friend, right? There are people that I'll have like stronger relationships with than other people, just because, like, they're, you know, I don't know. We're not friends. You know what I'm trying to say, though. There are some people who believe that just because they watch a streamer that they're their best friend. There we go. There's the last item in here. Parasocial relationship is how you might feel attached to a movie star, but the movie star doesn't know you exist. Streaming clouds it somewhat because there's actual interaction, but a lot of us are more distant to Saku than a classic friendship. Okay, sweet. I was worried that that was going to be something necessary, but it is not, so I am not worried anymore. But yeah, it's mostly about the fact that, yeah, you have, while we talk and we hang out and everything else there is a distance between, you know, I'm not going to invite everybody down to my house and be like, all right, house party, right? You know what I'm saying? That's a different kind of thing. But who you choose to interact with? Yeah. Don't pretend to streamer as your best friend when you have no friends. Sin, Pyro, how could you say that about yourself? But I think parasocial relationships, like, stuff like that is important to talk about, right? Because, there's, like, that information needs to be out there more for people to, sometimes they don't know, if that makes sense, right? Sometimes people don't know. Like, you can hang out with somebody and have fun, and not necessarily know somebody super well, super close. But I feel like it's, yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the bigger streamers have it a little harder because they, like they're actually famous. If that makes sense. You're sort of quasi-inviting our personalities into your home, but our bodies are still very much outside of it. Yeah. Plus, it's easy to form an attachment where nothing really exists. I talk about it because I've had situations where, like previously, I've had situations where things have gotten not so great because of I don't really know what I want to do next. I've gotten into situations where things have gone not so great because there's been people who think that by somebody being nice to them, that meant that they had like a friendship of some variety. If that makes sense. Boundaries are important, yeah. Have you met the public, met your followers? I've gone to GDQs. I regularly meet my community at events and stuff. You can ask Cyber. Cyber's been here where we had a little community meetup in my city. We had we go to GDQs. There's a whole bunch of times where Saku wants to introduce me to mac and cheese pizza. Yep, it's true. But yeah, there's very much situations where you can run into dangerous stuff because yeah. I don't know how to describe it, but there's definitely been situations where by being nice to somebody, it has gotten super not good, if that makes sense, because the line between they care about me, that must mean they love me, and I love them back, and yada 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 thing. Oh, hey, Samaria. Is kind of, yeah. I think the bartender likes you because she's nice to you, kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. But it's not for me. It wasn't even, I wasn't even a streamer at the time. This was like well before my streamer days. But yeah, it's important to understand that there's a yeah. Rando's like drinking. It all makes sense. It makes sense. All right. Well, we have the Cane of Samaria, so we can do Turtle Rock. We're still missing the bow. I'm hoping that Pod at least, or Pod? Not Pod. Turtle Rock has at least one of the bows. Cross my fingers. You can do that with the chest? What can you do? I think a randomizer is gambling, but with more steps. Yeah. Do you want to know how many steps? I think that even tells you at the end of the game how many steps you took. Fly. Oh yeah, you can fly. You can save and quit with it. You can do a lot of things with it. The only thing you can't do is dash. You can't leave it behind when you dash. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for hanging out. Imagine it's stressful keeping up with folks who might get too engaged. I mean, the thing is if there's ever a problem though, like, typically it'll end up with a conversation, right? But nobody, it honestly, genuinely hasn't happened for a long time. Thankfully, but there are people that it has happened, that it still happens to. And so it's important, especially to recognize, you know, it really depends. It depends on how receptive they are to conversation, if that makes sense. If there's been numerous, like, conversations where there's been, like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. When people get enraged at me for stuff like that and they get, like, super violent sounding, I will let my mods do it. Or not my mods, but my admins do it. Because it's important to steer clear of the situation. But if it's somebody that I have a conversation, like there's like I said, there's been numerous times where I've had conversations and everyone's civil and they're just like, yeah. That means that they have some sort of inside access. There is people out there who do that though, Ted. There is a ton of people who do that. Why would anyone get mad at the maple cream? Listen, there are. I'm not a perfect person. I don't think anybody is. Oops. So, I definitely don't want to set you any expectations that I am, you know, perfect or that I don't make mistakes or anything else. So don't put me up on a pedestal, please, because it is a lot to live up to. And same thing with like other people. I mean, it's just everybody's human, right? And that's the thing, is sometimes I have conversations with people. It's like, oh my God, you met this person at GDQ? I can't, you know, what are they like? Oh my God, I can't believe you talked to them. I'm like, they're just a person. It's just a person, right? Like, they just like, you know, I don't really know. It's maybe I just don't get starstruck because I understand that, you know, it is just a person at the end of the day. Like, I went to GDQ once, and I was stuck in the airport waiting for my luggage, and I ran into the lady who, there was like an actress that was just there, and I just was having a conversation with her. Just somebody's like, oh my God, do you know who that is? Yeah, so they were stuck there. They were by themselves. And we were both waiting for luggage for the same reason. So why wouldn't I have a conversation with them? Who forms attachments too easily in the same way because someone's nice to me. Personally hate that because how it's burned me consistently. But it's how my brains and emotions are wired. There's, see, there's a difference between, forming an attachment and being unhealthy about it. Meanwhile, I'd be like, no, who they are. They were, who was it? It was somebody from the Twilight series. They were just at the same airport doing another filming of something else, that they were going to do another filming for something else. And they had some escort come up to them like later on, like a person who's like there to meet them, to pick them up from the airport, from the like company. So then all three of us were just standing around talking. Oh, what are you here for? Oh, well, I'm here for video games. No. It's the one who played, is it Bree Taylor? Putting another person on a pedestal is a bad idea, yeah. It wasn't like the main characters or anything else, but just because like they're not the main character doesn't necessarily mean that they're not still a star in some capacity. Anna Kendrick was in Twilight. Yeah, she was the best friend of what's her face, the main character. Sorry, I need to focus for a sec. I don't remember her name. We were just there waiting for stuff. Dark rooms? Yep. But yeah, she was there for filming something else, or she was in town for filming something else, and I was just chilling in the airport waiting for my baggage that, for whatever reason, the stinking airlines can't seem to, you know, stop losing. Can you give me a bow, please? That's a bad spot. That's a really bad spot. That's also a bad spot. There we go. We already got the sanctuary heart, so... She's a pretty good actor. She is! She was very nice. Like I said, it's, like actresses, actors, musicians, streamers, all just people. So... I wake up and see Saku streaming, jump into a deep conversation about parasocial relationships. It's, yeah, it's complicated, honestly. But it's important to talk about, like I said. Yo, Amsri, thank you so much for the raid. It's important to know the signs and whatever. The question is, would they invite you into their house? If the answer is no, then you're probably not friends, right? Don't ask them if they would either, because that might put them in a really weird situation. Chocolate shavings. Ooh, nice. Ooh, Timberborn. That got an update recently. So we're still missing a bow. I think you're at a point, though, if you show up to an event, you need some muscle to make sure no one gets crazy. I don't really need muscle, to be honest. I used to. Honestly, actually, I'm gonna mirror here and go. I'm not gonna lie, I used to have situations where, Yo, Rich, thank you so much for the 7 months. I used to have situations where I would ask moderators to help me, but also at the same time, I used to be a lot more timid than I am now. I feel like I'm a lot more confident. And also, I'm so busy, right? That's the other thing, is if somebody wants to hang out at GDQ, like, the bigger problem is the fact that I just don't have time. Oops. Hey, Jules, how's it going? Sakura is a brown belt, by the way. Listen, I've taken karate. You may think I'm joking, but I did not. Have you ever had anyone ask you to marry them at GDQ? No. It's a secret anthem. That one I won't say. I don't want to give people a benchmark that they have to get better than in order to take me on. like one single bow, please. If you're with someone long enough, then you're definitely already sharing the room. What if they say no? Imagine saying marry me in GDQ. Honestly, I think that if you're in a relationship with somebody, I think that a proposal at GDQ with like your friends around and everything else, if like, I don't know, I think that would be kind of romantic for somebody who, for like both of them, if they're, you know, especially like if you met from a GDQ thing or other things like that, I think it could be, like it could be a special place for some people, but it has to be the right, you wouldn't just like, you know, somebody who's never been into gaming the first time there or whatever else and whatnot, you wouldn't want that to be like their first introduction. That's where I met them. Yeah, right? See? And it was already a foregone conclusion, yeah? Like, if you had already talked about it and stuff like that and decided that it was a thing and this and that, yeah, definitely. The right person, right time. Exactly. Your wife told you when it was time to get a ring? Oh no. Oh my god! We finally found the lamp! In the chest in Swamp Palace. Also, I'm going to the back because I'd just rather if I find... Oh god. A shovel, a fetch quest item. This is gross. There's 2 items left in this dungeon. I really hope one of them's on the bus. Oh my god, what is going on? Thank you so much for gifting all these subs. A failed marriage bid is better than a messy divorce. It's true. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, heck. Oh well. Yeah, I went way too high, but I wasn't gonna fix it. There's still 2 items in here, and I really didn't want to have to go back inside. Where is my darn bow? I don't even know how long I've been playing this game. Yeah, I was trying to remember which, yo, thank you so much for the follow. I know we've had, like, super serious conversation a lot today, but still, I don't know. I wish more people would talk about things that are a little bit more important to the streamer life, if that makes sense. We got the big key. Oh, yuck. Well, we know that that's junk anyway, so it doesn't matter. So there's still 1 more item in this dungeon. have chocolate shavings. Hope dark chocolate turns out. I hope so too. Good luck. Who do we blame for rolling this nightmare? See, honestly, it's not actually that bad. I have to say so far, like, the only problem that I'm finding is the fact that I just can't find the bow. And it could just be in a place that I just haven't gone. Like, I know for a fact Hyrule Castle, and there's a chest in there, but that is gotta be the map. There's also Pyramid Fairy and King's Tomb and also Shovel Spot that we can check. But the worst part would be is if it's in Misery Mire, because I've been skipping Misery Mire because I figured that Swamp Palace. What the heck, Pyro? Thank you so much. What are you doing? Thank you so much for giving up 5 subs. Oh my god, there it is. Yo, we got it. We're in go mode, finally. 2 crystals to go. So let's just dip into thing. We do have one Pyro, but it's difficult to get. We do have a cat rave. It is a $50 donation. Or 500 biddy, or sorry, not 500 biddies. 500 is chicken rave. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Spock, for gifting those subs. 3 community subs as well. Yeah, 5,000 biddies? Whatever the equivalent of $50 is in bits. Alright, so we're going to pod first so that we can mirror out and do Eastern afterwards. Yo, thank you so much for the 100 biddies and the 500 biddies. Your animated emotes are so cute. They are. I love them. I still have a bunch I have to unlock. Or not unlock, but buy. I have to, I think, hang on. If I was to get the animated emotes, I would need to pay, at minimum, $30 per emote, and I have 23 slots left, empty. So whatever, do the math. I'm proud of you for streaming. Thank you, thank you. There's a few that are currently in the works, but when they announced all of the all of the emote slots, when they announced all of the emote slots, a lot of artists had gotten full of requests, so it was, I mentioned this. I knew this was going to be a problem. I mentioned this when the emote slots were announced. I was saying that, just so you know, your favorite emote artist is going to be pretty swamped. Because they're going to, or not your favorite emote artist, but your favorite streamers emotes are going to take a while because their artist is going to be swamped with all the requests. There's not a lot of people who do animated emotes. And to get them done in that quantity is very expensive. See, I don't really, I like the emotes because they're more personal. Yeah, my emote, so the ones that did all the, what is it called? Legally distinct elf, emotes that I have are no longer does emotes, which makes me a big sad. Solid is by far the most used emote anywhere. Alright. You think mine is Saku lol? Finally in BK mode from the async? Oh, wow. Did you get a lot of items? Oh wait, I can just go to the boss. That's right, I've already done most of this. Figured that preferring emoji over emotes would be a minority opinion. I mean, but that's okay. You're welcome to use, like, there's nothing wrong with using emojis. I just find that the reason why I have emotes the way that I do and with the ones that I have are specifically because I use those emotes and I designed those emotes specifically around how I would react to stuff. So they're much more custom than, you know, I need to swap the bow. Hold up right, hit this, grab this. Kirby dance? I don't remember Kirby dance. Ooh, Sula's Meridia checks. That's disgusting. Progression for me? I'm not going to be able to get to it till tomorrow. I know why the skellies spawn the way they do. I am glad. I know that there's a few people who've watched my stream that I've gone to their stream and I've seen them struggling with that room. And so I figured that I would show it and hopefully be able to showcase it off. Pyro. All right, so we have all of our crystals finally and 2 pendants. So now we're gonna go to Ganon's castle. Or Ganon's tower, sorry, my bad. Not playing Ocarina of Time today. But tomorrow, after this, we have our sponsored section. Tomorrow we have Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Where's the puppy? She's in the bottom right corner of the video. She blends in with the blanket. Oh my god. Oh, now she's moving. Oh, a little bit. Obvious camouflage, yep. She moved a tiny bit, so you might have seen the little fluff move at the bottom. Dead rocks are always annoying. And the best way to deal with them is either Quake or Powder, but Powder is a butt to use on them because they just run away. You can Quake them into little blobs that you can then kill. You can kill dead rocks. Actual facts. Dead rocks are not unkillable. They are just butts to kill because then you have to swap to Quake and wait for the animation and yada yada. Well, I'm glad that we're helping. I really, you know what the one thing that made me sad this week was I wanted to make cookies. That was like one of the main goals that I had for once I finished working on my computer. I wanted to make cookies and I couldn't because I ran out of time. I didn't actually get my computer fixed or my computer done before I ran out of time. And so I do want to, at some point soon, make those cookies that I was trying to make before. I did make brownies. Well, those don't count though. Those are box brownies. I think I made my own recipe. I didn't say brownies don't count. I said box brownies don't count. Baking stream? A baking stream has to be like a reward for something because it is a beach ball of a time to set up. Because I have to bring like all my cameras and everything downstairs, my microphone and everything downstairs. I have to bring the chair downstairs. Saku chat plus therapy. I would like big key, please. Actually, you know what would be cool is if I could get the other bow and arrow. Make a goal. My next like big stream like that isn't supposed to be until May. It'll give me the opportunity to catch up on games that I'm behind on, like Tears of the Kingdom and any other incentives that I have to finish first. But my birthday is coming up in May. So we always do Sakuthon for that. What's biggest green flag? And a red. So what's a green flag? I know red flag. Red flag's like. Are we experts on red flags? Oh, I'm sorry. Hyperstrike. Big hugs. How they treat waitstaff on restaurants? Oh my god, yes. Well, bam! Look at that! Yeah, I can't imagine, Pyro. Man, I was really hoping one of those would be the big key. This is 2 weeks in a row. It's on right side. The important thing about the important thing about I don't know. I'm trying to think of the please don't be in tower. Yeah, I'm also hoping. Sorry, I think I asked what a green flag was and I never actually don't know if I got an answer or I wasn't paying attention because I'm also trying not to get grabbed by the hand and wrecked. Oh my god. I just want to be... Oh, there we go. Wait, is this the same chest as the last time? Yeah, be careful because Saku Racing League is a thing that's like streamed by multiple people. And so people can the thing is people can know in advance where the stuff is depending upon whose stream and stuff they're watching. I hecked myself and I don't like it. So we typically don't do like, oh god, I hope it's not here kind of thing, because it's possible that they may know, like you may know or you may guess it, and people can be like, oh, Saku's chat is telling her where to go. Blah blah blah. A green flag is the opposite of a red flag. So like a green flag is something that you're like, oh, this is a good thing. And a red flag is obviously, please turn around and run. There was a TikTok thing that was like, you should make a, or not that I should make a video, but like there was a TikTok filter that's like, and a trend where you did green flags and you would like tilt your head or reset the flags every time a green flag was incorrect. And I was like, I have no idea what a green flag is. So I don't really know how to do the thing. Actually, let's grab this too. But a lot has been happening. Yeah, that's true. But we do, Sar says, to answer your question, we do the big key guessing game. It just doesn't count for Soccer Racing League because there's always the possibility that somebody has seen it. It's not for all the marbles. But you gotta guess before I go into GT. Otherwise it's, yeah. You can't guess halfway through. I'd say red flags are not listening. You know what? Not listening is just red flag in general. If somebody's not listening to me, oh man. That is one thing that I really don't like. If I'm trying to communicate with somebody and they're just like flat out ignoring me, yeah, nah. I'm really big on communication. Really, really big. That's like my main thing. Is if I'm trying to have a conversation with you, if I'm telling you that there's a problem and you're just like meh or not listening, then that's a big thing. Green flag, she changes her own oil. I've changed my own tire. Does that count? She interrupts me when I talk. Oof. What is my partner's best quality? They are... Oh, geez, that would have been, I think, that would have actually been a problem if it wasn't for the fact that they fixed that. This is a great, sign of self-reliance. I've changed my tires, I've patched my tires, I've, like, any of that stuff. I can't change my own oil. I've never been taught. I didn't have the tools or any of that other stuff. I learned pretty early on how to change my tire. Because I used to work in a place that just had nails all over the ground. And it used to drive me nuts because I was regularly running into a situation where I was... my tires were constantly low on air. I had to patch like my tire 15 times. I'm in danger, yeah? Jingle glitch is fixed, yeah? Did you just say red flag was interested in you? That's mean. Don't be mean to yourself. Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between wanting to pay somebody to do your, but I think the main thing about me, right, is I have a lot of medical problems. I have hemiplegic migraines. I have hemiplegic migraines. I have, had vestibular neuritis. I've had a lot of other issues, and so, you know, having somebody that's like willing to help out in general when I'm not necessarily able to do so myself is important. I literally can't use a sword in this. No! I got hit and it knocked me off pattern. No! Oh my god, I keep messing this up. There we go. I always want to know what's wrong. I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Ooh. I don't know. That's, yeah, that's definitely rough. Sometimes you need space, right? So if you can't let somebody cool down, like there's some time, right? You gotta you have a ton of grace. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a good thing that you recognize that because it's something that you can work on. What's my red flag? I don't know. Is it health related stuff? I have a lot of health problems. Gonna need some good health insurance. Don't be -4. Don't even. So we have oh my god. Ganon, please. We don't have silver arrows. He's gonna tell us where they are. They're probably in Misery Mire, if I had to guess, because the game's mean. The Light World. Where in the heck in the Light World? Sorry, give me... I'm not gonna be able to focus on that, because I need to make sure that I don't fall off the edge. I lost count because I was focused on reading something in the chat, and now I could not understand for the life of me what I was reading, so I stopped focusing on counting. I need 12 hits, so I think I need one more set. There it is. Oh my god! It'd be very cool and have a skydiving section mid-flight. Wait, what? Your red flag is Ganon teleporting around. Alright. GG. Wait till the seat is over for what? Also, sorry, Tez, please stop backseat modding. I know you're trying to help, but let the moderators, if the moderators have a problem with it, they'll take care of it. Light World can be Witch Hut, can be King's Tomb, can be Haunted Grove, can be Magic Bat. So one of those things, probably. Oh, lots of dungeons and trails behind it. Oh, skydiving midsection? Yeah, I don't remember. Yo, thanks for the GGs. Yeah, did anybody find the silvers in this seed? I'm trying to think where the mushroom was. I think that was on a boss too. But I think that was after we got the bow. Let me scroll up, see if there was definitely conversation I missed. See, my thing is I think it's hard to go to sleep mad, right? So you don't want to go to sleep mad. That's like the main thing. But also you need to give somebody time to cool off. If there's somebody who's taking a break from a conversation because they're upset and they need to relax before they say something, and pushing them is gonna be a problem. So I'm gonna end up in a situation that makes it worse. The mushroom was an Eastern boss. So you had to get the bow to get the silvers? I'm trying to think of yeah. I think, like I said, my biggest red flag is the fact that I need somebody who's gonna be able to deal with all of my medical problems, and that means actually help when I'm feeling like death. Because my medical problem, hemiplegic migraines, I've mentioned this before, but there are some new people here. They cause me to not be able to see. My first sign for that is not being able to see. So I can't move, I can't drive, I can't do any of that stuff, because if I were to be on the road and then I just can't see, then that's kind of a problem, right? You're driving a however many pound vehicle. It's not a good thing, so I have to be able to, they have to be willing to deal with the fact that I have that and be willing to take me places that I need to go and other things like that. And also, the next problem is the fact that I lose the feeling to half of my body. So my left side of my body, every time, I'll just my whole face will go numb. I won't be able to talk properly. My face will start sagging. I won't be able to move my arms, my legs. I won't be able to walk. So, yeah, it's super. That's, I think, my biggest thing, right? The fact that, yeah. Had a seizure while driving. I know where you're coming from. Yeah. Give us the green flag. I can turn any kind of bread into garlic bread. Well. What is my green flag? I don't even know. I don't even know what, No, vampire skewers are just wooden arrows. Vampire skewers are just wood stakes. So. Sweetie, that's it? Nah. That's not my green flag. See, I'd say kindness, but kindness is a double-edged sword. Because it also brings in unwanted issues. You're on anti-seizure medications that I know they're also used for chronic migraines too. The problem with migraines is, right, there are a lot of migraines that exist out there, But hemiplegic migraines are something very specific, and because they mimic strokes, there's a lot of medication that you just can't take, because anything that can increase your risk of stroke is just immediately taken off the list, which is basically everything. And so there's like very, very, very limited things. You jump to conclusions. It's fine. Listen, it's something that being less familiar with the game, I definitely thought so the first time too, that silvers were vampire skewers. But yeah, it's just wooden stakes. If you think about it, it's like that's the original like vampire lore, right? It's the wooden stakes. I couldn't imagine not being able to drive. I walk a lot of places. Like if it wasn't for the fact that I lived in the city now, it would be a lot more challenging. But yeah, I walk a lot of places if I need to. But yeah. Getting migraines, only diagnosis. But there's other stuff that's still a mystery. Well, that's the hardest part, right? Is like getting the diagnosis. The amount of time, like the length of time that that I had gone without a diagnosis for hemiplegic migraines. I think it was about 2 years ago I got officially diagnosed, and I had these migraines since I was 19. So yeah. If I was to have to forfeit my license permanently, I don't want to think about it. Yeah. Honestly, I love driving. It was something that was like, I don't know, super freedom filling for me. Freedom feeling. It gave me a feeling of freedom. Wow, that wasn't actually as long as I thought it was, the seed. 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 35 seconds. To be fair, this isn't an accurate time. We're gonna have to time this out in the VOD, but yeah. There's some kind of medicine that first responders give stroke patients in the moment. I wonder if it's been studied for hemiplegic migraines. Well, I actually have a medical bracelet and a card in my wallet that's like, I have a migraine that mimics stroke-like symptoms. So before you start treating me for a stroke, please, like, you know, don't, unless like it's verified that I'm not having a migraine attack. Especially because, right, I can't talk and I can't see and I can't walk. So it's not like I can do anything about it. So when it's happening, but yeah. What a seed. Oh, hello, Booby. Hi, Booby. But yeah. Heckin' G. Sub 2 hour. I think it was over 2 hours with the, like if we actually timed it. But yeah.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell to get notified when I put out a new video. A huge thank you to my patrons on Patreon. You help me to be able to continue making videos. And if you want to become a member of the Patreon family, the link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!